Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here in Sacramento, California on the campus of Sac City College at Union Stadium for Game 2 of this three-game series between the visiting Beavers of American River, who enter today's ball game with a record of 1 win and 6 losses. Their lone win coming against the Panthers in the season opener weekend at American River. The host Panthers entered today's ball game with a record of 6-1. Panthers won yesterday's ball game by a score of 7-0. The Panthers' first shutout of the season, combined by Dennis Boatman, Brandon Chalk, and Christian McInerney, limiting those Beavers offensive players on the base pass. Just 2 top hitters for the Beavers, as the pitchers for the Panthers were able to scatter hits and limit the traffic on the base pass. Game 2 of this 3-game series is a 7-inning game. Game 3 of the series will follow approximately 30 minutes after this one. We'll be right back with starting lineups. So for the Panthers defensively to be primed and charged with the battery of Marshall Hunt and Chase Patton. On the infield around the horn from third to first, McCoy, Diani, Chaldone, and Tweet. And in the outfield from left to right, Bello, Kobayashi, and McKechnie. For the Beavers, it'll be the center fielder, number 4, Hayden Erickson, leading things off. He'll be followed by the second baseman, number 3, Jonah Ira. Then batting third baseman, number 15, Lincoln Orellana. Batting fourth, right fielder Cole Hurtarte. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Brooks Mitchell. Batting sixth and catching again today's ball game, number 25, Paul Von Zabore. Batting seventh, left fielder number 35, Michael Grijalva. Designated hitter today, Connor Donahue, bats eighth. And the shortstop, number 5, Blake Uyama, rounds things out for Doug Jumalay's Beavers. Pitching for the Beavers, it'll be number 12, Aiden Taylor. Taylor enters today's ball game with a record of no wins, 2 losses. This will be his 4th appearance, 4th start. 10 1/3 innings pitched, 12 hits surrendered, 10 earned runs allowed, 16 strikeouts up against 10 walks. So for the Beavers, leadoff man, center fielder Hayden Erickson, waiting to settle into the batter's box to face the Panthers right-hander Marshall Hunt. First pitch from Hunt, inside fastball swung on and missed. So Hunt wasting no time getting ahead of Erickson. For Marshall, his 4th appearance of the season, 3rd start. Record of 0-1, 8 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, 12 strikeouts up against 7 walks. Second fastball out of the hand of Hunt is a called strike. So Erickson in a hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander Hunt winds. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball low and in the dirt. Backhanded by Patton. So count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball spoiled by Erickson. Fouled down the third baseline. Erickson 0 for 3 in yesterday's ball game. Had a pair of punch-outs, both swinging. In a hole here, 1-2 against the right-hander Marshall Hunt. Another foul ball down the third baseline. This one fielded nicely. But if you can't make the throw, can't record the out. So
was that Doug Jumalay over there, Steve, at third base?
Looks like skipper Doug Jumalay. He was 1 for 2 fielding foul balls yesterday's ball game. So fielded that one, but errant throw is going to cost the ball club. E10. Off the bat of Erickson, giving chase to left fielder Bello, slides and has the grab right in front of the tarp down the left field line as foul territory disappears quickly here at the U. So the first out retired on the F7.
Nice sliding play by Bello. As he was able to range over to the line yesterday, Steve, we saw that Taylor, the shortstop for the Beavers, making chase for a ball down the line, ran hard into the fence.
Yeah, and Bello playing here at his home stadium realizes there is not much foul territory and wisely slides feet first. So if he does contact that fence down the left field line, he prevents any injury. And hopefully Kevin Taylor is okay. Not in today's starting lineups. Instead, it's Blake Uyama. Ground ball to third baseman Noah McCoy. Flips over to Tanner Tweed at first for the 5-3 putout. And 2 up, 2 down here to start the afternoon. Third baseman number 15, Lincoln Orellana. So 2 away for the third baseman, Lincoln Orellana. Orellana 0 for 1 with a walk and a hit by pitch in yesterday's ball game. Bats here with no one aboard, 2 away. And fastball sprayed out of play. No balls, 1 strike.
As we mentioned yesterday, Steve, Orellana, the bounce back from University of Hawaii.
And that's a California strike. Oh, no balls, 2 strikes. Orellana in a hole. Excuse me, swing fouled off. And Orellana stays alive.
Yeah, Orellana, as we mentioned, from Hawaii, bounce back. Made his way out of Sheldon High School here in Elk Grove, California.
Another 0-2 pitch upcoming, 2 away. Another foul ball off the bat of Orellana. So he's hanging, battling.
Yeah, Marshall Hunt, Steve, is nursing a injured hamstring, and I know last week he pitched on that hamstring, had some issues this week, but was able to bounce back. So we'll see how he's able to hold up to today's game.
Fastball yanked inside, and Chase Patton unable to get some leather on it. That ball nearly hit home plate umpire Rick Shaw. Oh, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Orellana. Off-speed pitch high, coming out of the crouch was Patton. And the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That curveball seemed to get away from Hunt there, Steve. See if he can dial it back in this 2-2 pitch.
Hunt has the sign he wants from Patton. The wind by the right-hander. Off-speed pitch just misses off the outside part of the plate. And the count full as Orellana battles back from an 0-2 count to a full count. Should Orellana reach, Hurtarte awaits his opportunity in the on-deck circle. 3-2 pitch. Fastball, ground ball up the middle, scooped up by Daini, over to Tweet at first base, 6-3 put out. Beavers go in order in the top of the first. We're headed to the home half. Panthers coming to bat. Well, bottom of the first inning, scoreless between the Beavers and the Panthers. Top three in the Panthers order: Kobayashi, Daini, and Tweet set to face Aiden Taylor. And the right-hander from Rio Americano High School's first fastball is up and outside, ball one. Another fastball, this one a called strike on the outside part of the plate. It's the count 1-1 strike. The 1-1 pitch from Taylor is an off-speed pitch, waved on and missed by Kobayashi. Kobayashi batting leadoff again here this afternoon. Typically the spot held by Dan Sayre. With Sayre on the injured list, Kobayashi gets the promotion. Was 2 for 4 in yesterday's ball game with a double. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled away, so Kobayashi stays alive.
Raising that average to 448, Steve. Bringing his hit total to 13 on the season in 29 appearances.
Kobayashi got things going in yesterday's ball game with the leadoff single, came around to score the first run. Looking to set the table again as he looks at that fastball high out of the zone. 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Kobayashi. And now the home plate umpire appear to be drawing the back line of the batter's box for Kobayashi. Here in the bottom of the first, the painted batter's box already fading away. Home plate umpire Rick Shaw drawing that back line for Kobayashi. Pitch is outside, full count, 3 strikes.
Much more mild day here at the U, Steve. Not as windy as it was yesterday. A little bit cooler, as my colleague Connor Lawrence mentions. Last week we saw temperatures into the 90s.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed, and held on by Von Zabore. So 1 away, that brings up the shortstop Joe Daini. Off-speed pitch up out of the zone, ball 1 to Daini. Daini coming off a 2 for 4 performance in the series opener yesterday. Bats here with nobody aboard, 1 away. Looking to get something going for the Panthers offense. Again, this game, a 7-inning game. High fly ball. Moving under it is Von Zabore. And he has the catch. Fly out off the bat of Daini for out number 2.
As we saw, that ball looked like it was going into the stands. Von Zabora was just able to make the catch as it tailed back into play there.
So Tanner Tweet playing first base in this afternoon's ball game. Steps in 2 away, no one on. Big swing and comes up empty. So Tweet behind, no balls, 1 strike.
Tweet with a very aggressive approach, hunting early in his ABs, as he did yesterday as well. Didn't see many pitches in his at-bats.
Fastball off the plate outside, ball 1. Taylor winds the 1-1 pitch. Unable to hold up is Tanner Tweet. So he's behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball off the bat of Tweet will be out of play.
Beautiful day nonetheless here at the U, Steve. Partially cloudy. As we mentioned, very cool day. Beautiful day for baseball.
As Ernie Banks would say, let's play two. High pop fly out to shallow left field. Underneath it is Uyama at shortstop, and he has the grab. So Panthers go in order. We're headed to the second, a scoreless second here at the U. Now for the Beavers, Hurtarte, Mitchell, and Von Zabore. First pitch from the right-hander Hunt is outside, ball one. Pitch fouled down the right field line, out of play, off the bat of Hurtarte. The count even 1-1 strike.
Hurtarte with that nice double to the right center gap yesterday, Steve.
Yeah, his only hit in the ball game, his first time through, and he was stranded out there as Dennis Boatman struck out the side after that. Breaking ball misses inside, off the plate, ball two.
Hurtarte hitting .304 on the season. 23 trips to the plate. Three doubles.
Fastball in on the hand, slow roller, hits third base, and that'll be an infield knock for Hurtarte. As McCoy was playing back and was rounding the ball to play through it, and his glove was behind the base, and it hit third base and popped straight up.
And you rarely see that when the ball hits the bag. McCoy attacking that one, expecting to make the play, and out of nowhere, third base popped up, Steve.
Well, and when you do see it hit the bag, 10 times out of 10, it's fair.
This is true.
So one aboard, nobody on. Breaking ball low and inside, ball one. Fastball in the dirt, blocked nicely by Chase Patton.
Yes, and Tarte making weak contact as Marshall threw that fastball in on his hands, and he was barely able to fist that down to third base. It was just slow enough to hit the bag and give him a chance to beat it out.
Hunt sets in front of the chest. The 2-0 pitch to Mitchell. Fastball swung on, foul tipped into Patton's glove. A good challenge pitch by Hunt. Makes the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball sprayed in front of the Panthers dugout on the first base side of Union Stadium. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
As we see a shadow of an airplane over the field, Steve, going into the old municipal airport over there off of Sutterville Road, Freeport Boulevard, excuse my language.
Two-two pitch from Marshall Hunt. Fastball swung on, missed, and Mitchell is down on strikes. Advancing on the pass ball is Hurtarte.
As that off-speed pitch just snuck through the wickets of Chase Patton there, Hurtarte able to advance.
So 1 away, runner in scoring position is Hurtarte for the catcher, Paul Vonzabore. Vonzabore 0 for 2 in yesterday's ball game before being lifted for a pinch hitter in the 7th. Bats here with an opportunity to put the Beavers on top. And first pitch he's swinging at is fouled into the netting. He's behind no balls, 1 strike. Off speed pitch low and inside, ball 1. Hunt getting the signs from his second baseman, Chaldone. Hunt a long look in to Chase Patton for the sign. Check on the runner now, the 1-1 pitch. Foul ball down the right field line. Hits the light fixture and bounces straight down. And count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
As you mentioned, Steve, ball hitting the light post here on the campus of Sacramento City College, as Union Stadium does have lights, always makes for a beautiful game at night.
The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball up. Misses high. So the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. And no night games on the schedule this year here with, again, limited schedule for 2021. As the Panthers' opponents are all in the same district, the Los Rios Community College District, American River, Folsom Lake, and Cosumnes River. Two-two pitch from Hunt. Another breaking ball in there, called strike 3. Looked like Vonzabore wanted to roll into that and try to catch it on his sleeve, and instead it's a good look at strike 3. So 2 away, runner at second for the left fielder Grijalva. Grijalva, the DH in yesterday's ball game, had a pair of strikeouts before he was pulled for the pinch hitter, and he looks at a breaking ball from Hunt, strike 1.
As you may note of earlier, Steve, the Los Rios Community College season here, consisting of AR, American River, Cosumnes River, Folsom Lake, typically the Big 8, Big 9 now, as I guess you could say, consists of also Diablo Valley College, Delta College, Modesto. And Santa Rosa.
And number 9, Sierra. Pitch is swung on a miss by Grijalva, and he's behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Oh, Hunt trying to get his Panthers back into the dugout after posting another 0 like he did in the first. In a good position to do so as Grijalva's back against the wall. 0-2, the pitch. Fastball just misses, and Hunt wanted that. He was in the dugout, 1 foot, and home plate umpire Rick Shaw says no, that's ball 1. So Hunt back to the sequence of signs from Sheldon. He'll have to toe that rubber again. And that's part of that best speed mentality here that Coach Sullivan and the Panthers instill in their players. Hunt dialed up the pitch he wanted. Breaking ball, this one's fouled down the right field line. So Grijalva stays alive. And that's almost an automatic swing right there for Grijalva. After that pitch that Hunt just placed, Payne just off the outside part of the plate. Umpire doesn't call it. Second life. Grijalva's probably swinging at anything right there. And able to get the bat on it, stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And as you may notice, Steve Marshall running off the mound sometimes could be seen as a sign of disrespect to the home plate umpire, but looks like no offense was taken there. As he misses with that pitch, low and away.
Sometimes it's just a sign of I've mastered my craft and I know that's a strike and I'm out of here. And, sometimes the umpire doesn't call that strike.
Well, yesterday we saw from Bill Shortridge, the home plate umpire, he was favoring that outside corner. So maybe Marshall was thinking, hey, but different umpire, different zone.
Breaking ball nearly gets Grijalva. Somehow he's dodging it. And the count now full 3 balls, 2 strikes. As the left fielder starts to grind out the at-bat. Hunt has the sign he wants from Patton. 3-2 pitch. Fastball low and outside. Ball 4. Oh, good at bat by Grijalva to draw the 2-out walk. And that brings up the designated hitter, Connor Donahue.
Donahue with 1 AB on the season. Getting to start today in this first game of the doubleheader. Looking to post an average. See if he can make something happen here with 2 outs. Runners on first and second.
First pitch from Hunt. Fastball called. Strike 1. Another called strike. So Donahue quickly behind, no balls, 2 strikes.
Donahue not looking like he really wants to swing the bat, Steve. I think those were 2 automatic takes there.
Well, Donahue might have been geared up for the fastball, and Hunt pulled the string there on the slider. Fastball yanked. Back pick attempt at first base, and back in safely is Grijalva. An outside pitch. Patton sliding out to his right. Snap throw to Tweed at first, and Grijalva just does get back in safely. Saw one of those yesterday as Tweed back picked one of the Beaver runners when he was behind the plate. So similar play, different outcome this time as Grijalva's safe. We count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Great job Tweed getting over there to first base. Be there on time for that throw.
Big breaking ball swung on a miss. We're headed to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless between the Beavers and the Panthers. So Aiden Taylor back out to work, bottom of the second inning, scoreless between the Beavers and the Panthers. 4, 5, 6, McCoy, Aspie, and McKechnie for the Panthers.
Panthers still trying to get a hit on the board.
Off-speed pitch up high, ball one.
We'll see if McCoy can get something started here. Bottom of the second inning, 9 hits on the season and 20 appearances at the plate. Hitting a solid .450, 6 RBIs.
Another off-speed pitch, another one high, ball two.
1 double, 1 triple, 1 home run on the season. And as we mentioned yesterday, that home run coming a week ago, that walk-off win against the Cosumnes Rivers Hawks, giving them their first loss of the season.
Aiden Taylor winds. Hard drive off the bat of no. McCoy pushing back the left fielder. See you later. This ball's out of here. So right on cue, as Matt, my colleague, had just mentioned the walk-off Johnny last weekend. Here it is again, a solo shot to put the Panthers on the board.
Love to see that there as McCoy adds another home run to his stat line, putting the Panthers on the board. 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning, nobody out. Great piece of hitting there by McCoy. The 2-0 count. He was cheating fastball all the way, and that's what he got, and he did what he was supposed to do on time and put a great swing on it. Sent it over the fence at left field.
High fly ball off the bat of Aspie pushes the left fielder Grijalva over towards the warning track, and he's there for the putout.
Right fielder number 13, McKechnie.
It looks like the wind might be giving a little bit of a blowout to left today, Steve. Not as much as yesterday, but still enough to push that ball over a little bit. As Cade McKechnie steps up to the plate.
Yeah, and just to be clear, it pushed over the ball off the bat of Aspie, not off the bat of McCoy. McCoy has needed no help getting out of here in a hurry. And that's the approach you want if you're McCoy, trying to break up the no-hitter and the shutout in one swing, which he has done. High fly ball towards the center of the infield. Getting out of the way is the pitcher. Now coming over is the first baseman. And he muffs it, but there to save him is the third baseman, Lincoln Orellana. So a pop out F3-5, and McKechnie is down for the second out.
Left fielder number 10, Nick Bello.
So that brings up the left fielder, Nick Bello.
And you don't see that very often, Steve. Brooks Mitchell, the first baseman, making chase of that fly ball. Looked like he had it in his glove and it popped out at the last second. Great job of Lincoln Orellana to get over there and be there just in case.
First pitch, 2 bells, a called strike one. And Aiden Taylor winds the 0-1 pitch. And the dirt backhanded by Von Zabore. So the count even 1 ball, 1 strike. And that was one where the pitcher vacated. It was right in front of the mound. Probably not the best decision by Aiden Taylor. I know that the priority goes to the infielders, but you want to make sure someone gets there first. Off the end of the bat, a little soft pop-up out to the shortstop, Uyama, and that's the third out. So one on the board off the bat of McCoy, the home run, which proves to be a rally killer, and we're headed to the top of the third. So 1-0 Panthers, top of the third inning, 9-1-2. Uyama, Erickson, and Ira. And back out to work for the Panthers is Marshall Hunt. First pitch off the bat is a ground ball to Chaldone, over to Tweet for the 4-3 putout. So 1 pitch, 1 out. The Beavers roll the lineup over for the leadoff man, Hayden Erickson.
Center fielder number 4, Aiden Erickson.
Marshall Hunt winds. Breaking ball misses outside, ball 1. Another pitch low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Erickson. Erickson flew out to the left fielder Nick Bello his first time through. And Hunt behind the leadoff man. 3 balls, no strikes.
I'm taking a minute to step off the backside of the mound, regroup here, see if he can battle back. The 3-0 count.
Pitch just misses.
Looked pretty good.
A
from here,
4-pitch
Steve.
walk. And I don't think Erickson was convinced it was a ball either, as he kind of took his time tossing the bat back towards his dugout.
Yeah, and Patton gave a good nod to Hunt there, as he thought that also might have been a strike as well. The home plate umpire had other plans.
4-pitch walk to Erickson. Brings up the second baseman, Jonah Ira. Grounded out to McCoy his first time through. Hunt and the Panthers will gladly take another ground ball to McCoy in hopes of a double play. One ball, no strikes to Ira. Called fastball. Count even 1 ball, 1 strike.
Great location there by Marshall Hunt, Steve. You know what they say about pitching? It's all about location. Just like real estate.
That's right.
That's
Crazy market right now, speaking of which.
very hot.
Ground ball to McCoy. There's the one we talked about. Trying to get a double play. Not even going to get 1 out of it, as that was a high chopper, and McCoy had to wait for it to come down. I think Wisely goes to second base. Not sure that he has a play on Ira getting down the first base line. And the throw pulled Chaldone off. Even if he catches that, Erickson, leadoff man center fielder, is in safely ahead of the throw. So another hit for the Beavers, their second of the game. Both infield hits towards third base. The one that hit the base off the bat of Hurtarte, and now this one, the high chopper to McCoy off the bat of Ira. Beavers in business, first and second for the 3-hitter Orellana, and he looks at a called strike 1.
As you mentioned, Steve, tough play there as McCoy didn't really have many options, but like you said, the best option was to go to second base, but that ball was hit very slowly, and Erickson's speedy runner is able to slide in ahead of the throw.
Rollover ground ball gets through the wickets as Tanner Tweet unable to get the leather down. And coming around to score on the air is Erickson. So just like that, the ball game is tied. And tough luck for Hunt, as he's given his defense a golden opportunity to get them back in the dugout and just unable to capitalize. So an unearned run ties the ball game here in the top of the third inning. Runners still at first and second, still one away. Fouled off of Hurtarte's foot. Dribbles down the first baseline. So he's behind no balls, one strike.
Tweet not getting that glove down in time over at first base as it just rolled through his legs. Shadow of Bill Buckner. This wasn't a very hard ground ball to field. Tweet not a regular first baseman as he's usually in the squat behind the dish. Still should be able to make that play though. So the Beavers are now on the board.
And that ball's a little slower than the types of balls or pitches he's normally blocking. Back to action. Breaking ball off the bat of Hurtarte, fouled down the third base line. So
typically say, Steve, if you have to, maybe you just put a knee down, get yourself in front of it, record an out there. Panthers would at least had 2 outs. Runners at second and third.
Yeah, and I'm not sure the way that Tweet was going down to block that ball, he's going to be able to pop up and fire to second anyways.
As you mentioned, Ira does have good speed, so he probably would have made it to second base anyways.
The 0-2 pitch, fastball swung on a miss, and 2 away in the frame.
First baseman number 11, Brooks Mitchell.
So strikeout number 4 for Marshall Hunt is the second out of the top of the third, and now the first baseman, Brooks Mitchell, who struck out his first time through, steps in with an opportunity to put the Beavers on top. A runner in scoring position is Ira. Fastball low and outside, ball 1.
Bello playing straight up in left field, straight up in center.
Hard ground ball to shortstop. Diani bobbles it, flips to Chaldone, still in time to get Orellana, and the side's retired. But the Beavers get another run. They tie the game 1-1. We are headed to the bottom of the third. Well, bottom of the third inning, tie ball game 1-1 between the Beavers and the Panthers. 8-9-1 Patton, Chaldone, and Kobayashi to face the right-hander Aiden Taylor as he's back out for his third inning of work. Aiden Taylor's pitch swung on a miss by Patton.
Patton coming out aggressive, Steve, as he walked 3 times yesterday. Didn't get much to hit. Hopefully have a change of events today at this game.
He was looking to put the Panthers back out on top with that swing.
And we say there's not much wind today, but whew, I could sure feel the gust of that swing.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Patton. Fastball called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Patton.
Patton, native of Kentucky, making his way all the way out to Sacramento City College, junior college.
Big hack fouled straight back off the bat of Patton.
As our scoreboard operator, Connor Lawrence, said, he is chasing the California dream. He's trying to have some fun in the sun on the California coast. Hit the waves, check out the babes on the beach.
1-2 pitch misses just off the plate, low and outside. So the count even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch fouled out of play. The count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Patton doing a great job of staying alive, Steve, like the Bee Gees song. Ah, 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 he is staying alive.
Staying alive, looking to set the table here as he waits the 2-2 pitch from Taylor. Breaking ball, and he's back to the dugout on strikes.
Looked kind of like a delayed call there by the home plate umpire. Patton wasn't so sure he was going to call it, and Rick Shaw said, nope, I'm going to make up my mind right now and send you back to the bench.
Number 5, Brendan Shalto.
And that brings up the 9-batter Chaldone. 1 away, nobody aboard. Fastball's in there, called strike 1. Chaldone did pinch hit in yesterday's ball game, drew a walk.
The redshirt freshman out of Rio Americano High School.
Probably familiar with Aiden Taylor, also a graduate of Rio Americano. Fastball's high out of the zone, so the count 1 ball, 1 strike. A couple of Raiders going at it here in the bottom of the 3rd. Hard hit off the bat of Chaldone down the left field line, stays fair, and that'll be a stand-up double for Chaldone. So a nice piece of hitting, and he wins that battle of the Raiders.
You love to see a great piece of hitting by Brandon Chaldone there. Put in a lot of hard work last season and during this offseason to get to where he is now.
Center fielder, number 7, Maimu Kobayashi.
That brings up the leadoff man, Maimu Kobayashi. The chance to put the Panthers back out on top as Chaldone takes his lead at second base. Pick attempt on Chaldone. He's back in ahead of Ira's tag.
And usually, Steve, you do see that after a double. Pitchers do like to use that wheel move or jump turn to hold that runner close, see if he might be thinking about advancing.
Fastball's in there, called strike 1. Oh, no balls, 1 strike to Kobayashi. Fastball lone outside, ball 1. Kobayashi down on strikes his first time through. Had trouble with Aiden Taylor's breaking ball. We'll see how Taylor approaches him here with the 1-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch inside corner, called strike 2.
Kobayashi looking to add to the Panthers' score here as we are tied 1-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Second baseman Brandon Chaldone on second base.
One-two pitch from Taylor. Off-speed pitch way outside, ball 2. The catcher Von Zabore was set up outside. And that's where Taylor threw it, but he pulled that breaking ball a little bit too far. It was just a non-competitive pitch. No chance for Kobayashi to swing. Pitch is fouled out of play. Kobayashi hangs tough. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch, breaking ball high, ball 3.
Kobayashi showing great plate discipline there, laying off that high off-speed pitch, bringing this count to full.
And a walk by Kobayashi.
Shortstop, number 1, Joe Tahini.
So first and second, 1 away for the shortstop, Joe Daini. Couple checks with Chaldone at second base. Now a check on him with the pick attempt. And back in safely is Chaldone. 2 checks by Aiden Taylor. And on the second one, he saw his second baseman flash the leather, which is a sign to throw it. But Chaldone, well aware of it. Breaking ball in the dirt, blocked nicely by Von Zabore.
First baseman Brooks Mitchell playing right on the hip of Maimu Kobayashi as he takes his lead off at first.
Ball's hit into left center field. That ball's going to get down and roll all the way to the fence. That'll bring in 1. Right on his tail is Kobayashi. So a 1-out, 2 RBI double for Daini, and the Panthers retake the lead.
First baseman, number 26, Tanner Tweed.
As the Beavers pitching coach Preston Vansel makes his way to the mound. Gonna have a conference here. Most likely discussing strategy. Telling Aiden Taylor to dial it in and bring down those pitches as they are up in the zone.
Panthers up 3-1 now. And Tanner Tweet settles in the box. Runner in scoring position is Diani. So 2 runs across, 2 doubles in the inning. Off-speed pitch called strike 1. Tweet looking to get back on track with some hard contact. Hit a couple off the end, couple squibbers yesterday. Had a soft pop liner to the shortstop today. Pitch is in there, called strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 Tweet.
I can imagine he's feeling some frustration too, Steve, from that ball that got through his legs in the last inning.
Completely
allowing the Beavers to get
unacceptable.
on the board.
Completely unacceptable, Matt. It's a next pitch mentality, short-term memory. If you're a baseball player, you got to move on. It's a grind. It's a long haul. It's a game of failure. That pitch is outside, ball 1.
Agreed, but you could think he is trying to channel some of that frustration into this AB here, put some hard charge into this baseball. As you mentioned earlier, hasn't had much solid contact, so we'll see if he can make it happen here with a 1-2 count. Joey Diani on second base.
Let's see how Taylor approaches the 1-2 pitch. Setting up outside is Von Zabore. And Tweet goes with it, fouls it into the netting here, and stays alive. A good pitch. Good approach by Tweet. Long set, the 1-2 pitch. Fastball up and outside, ball 2. Two-two pitch. Off-speed pitch low and outside, and the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 Tweet.
Tweet playing for the Rochester Honkers last summer during the Northwoods League season that was able to be played despite COVID-19 pandemic. Tweet had a great summer out there with Coach Descahe Bomberry and Austin Spainauer.
And Tweet draws the walk. So great AB by Tanner Tweet.
Third baseman number 2, Noah McCoy.
Oh, first and second, still just 1 away for the third baseman, Noah McCoy. Another pick attempt of Chaldone. That ball squirts away from Meyer, but not far enough for Chaldone to advance. Excuse me, Diani. Diani drove home Chaldone already this half inning.
Aiden Taylor keeping those runners close over there at second base.
Off-speed pitch outside and in the dirt, blocked nicely by Von Zabore.
I would imagine Aiden Taylor is going to be very picky with what he decides to throw to Noah McCoy here, as he took him deep in his last AB over the left field fence.
Can't be too picky, though, with 1 away, first and second, already down 2 runs. And the designated hitter Aspie on deck. Another breaking ball. This one kept in front by Von Zabore.
Great job of Diani at second base, being aggressive, taking that crossover ball in the dirt, realizing that Von Zabore was able to keep it in front and get back to second base was Diani.
So Aiden Taylor dug himself a hole. He's now behind 2 balls, no strikes to McCoy. Rollover grounder, foul down the third base line off the bat of McCoy.
He was hunting fastball all the way there, Steve. Maybe got a little excited as he rolled that over to the left side, just past third base coach Austin Spainauer.
Aiden Taylor has the sign he wants. The pitch. Bonzabori jumps up out of the crouch to snag that one and prevent the wild pitch. And the count tilts back into McCoy's favor. 3 balls, 1 strike. We'll see if Aiden Taylor and the Beavers challenge the cleanup hitter for the Panthers, or if they continue to nibble. And before we have that, Taylor steps off. But his catcher, Von Zaborio, can go through the sequence of signs yet again. 3-1 pitch is low and in the dirt. Ball 4. They're loaded for the designated hitter, Will Aspie.
Designated hitter number 8, Will Aspie.
Aspie in a similar situation as he was in yesterday, Steve, twice. One of his ABs hitting a triple to center field, bringing in all 3 runners. Almost had another chance to do so as he flew out to deep right field in his other AB.
Pitch is down below the bottom of the zone, ball 1. Yeah, and that last one, he gave it a ride, put a charge into it, but was denied by Windy as it was blown in from right to left. And instead of a grand slam, he gets nothing out of it.
Steve, I know you being a Dodgers fan. I just saw today that game they played against the Cubs a couple weeks ago. Jock Peterson almost hitting a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 10th inning and was denied by the wind, almost like Aspie was yesterday. They did say that that ball blew in 17, the wind was blowing 17 miles per hour, and it brought that ball back in 17 feet as it would have been a home run, but Peterson was denied by the wind.
A little bit of the Windy City here in Sacramento, California yesterday. The 2-0 pitch is in there, called strike 1. So Aiden Taylor trying to battle back. Again, 1 away, bases loaded. Has worked himself into a jam with the 2 doubles this inning and 3 walks. And the bases loaded. Panthers already plated 2. They're back on top 3-1. Hard grounder down the first base line, but foul. The count even 2 balls, 2 strikes to Aspie.
Aspie, the left-handed hitting outfielder from Jesuit High School. Exhibits some great power from the left side.
Off-speed pitch fouled in front of the Panthers dugout. Aspie stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Golden opportunity for the Panthers to tack on a few more. Here with the bases juiced and 1 away.
A golden opportunity it is, Steve, in their gold uniforms.
And changeup is waved on and missed, and Aspie is down on strikes.
Right fielder number 13, Cade McKechnie.
That brings up the right fielder, Cade McKechnie. Now 2 away. Base is still loaded. Breaking ball's in there, called strike 1.
McKechnie playing right field today as we saw him at third base. Starting lineup in yesterday's game and moved his way over to first base towards the end of the game.
Another high fly ball off the bat of McKechnie. This one out to the second baseman, Ira. And Ira falls down but holds on for the final out of the inning. We're headed to the fourth. The Panthers 3, the Beavers 1. Well, Marshall Hunt back out to work. Top of the fourth inning. Panthers have reclaimed the lead for their right-hander. Now up 3-1. And the fastball misses up and out. Ball 1. Von Zabore, Grijalva, and Donahue, the batters for the Beavers. Von Zabore was down on strikes, looking the first time through. Their fastball pitches up and outside. Ball 2. Fastball hit off the bat of Von Zabore. Drifting over to his left is McKechnie, or the line out, and the first put out of the top of the fourth.
Left fielder number 35, Michael Grijalva.
So one away for the left fielder Grijalva, who walked his first time through. Battled that walk and had to grind it. He was behind of Hunt, no balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off a couple pitches and ultimately drew the walk to extend the inning for the Beavers. That first fastball is yanked across his body outside. Ball 1.
As we saw in his last AB, Steve, he was behind 0-2. Marshall Hunt throwing that outside fastball. Thinking he had strike 3, was halfway off the field. So home plate umpire called ball 1.
And that pitch down below the zone. 3 balls, no strikes. So it is definitely a game of inches. And Hunt a little frustrated, possibly at the zone of home plate umpire Rick Shaw. Takes a walk, rubs the ball up, toes the rubber again with that warrior mentality, and he's ready to challenge Grijalva. Pitch is in there, called strike 1. Three-one pitch from Marshall. Another fastball. This one fouled out of play by Grijalva. So identical pitch to the 3-0 outside fastball. A 3-2 pitch from Marshall Hunt. That one's fouled back, and Grijalva stays alive.
Grijalva, the freshman out of Placerville, California, Ponderosa High School.
Line drive over the leaping Chaldone into right center field. So another good at bat by Grijalva, and he's got a knock to show for it.
Designated hitter number 24, Connor Donahue.
So one away, one aboard for the designated hitter, Connor Donahue. Breaking ball that didn't break for Hunt. High and behind Donahue. Chase Patton did a great job of grabbing that wild pitch before it allowed Grijalva to advance. 1 ball, no strikes.
Donahue, the freshman catcher, first baseman from Missoula, Montana.
Donahue had 2 balls, no strikes. Inside fastball ties up Donahue as he swings and misses.
Takes a big hack on that one, Steve. Donahue showing a big frame. Would imagine he has a decent amount of power. Looking to park that one over the left field fence, tie this thing up.
Pitch is low and outside, ball 3. Pitch is off the plate, ball 4. So 1 out walk. And brings up the shortstop, Blake Uyama.
Number 5, Blake Uyama.
Chase Patton going out to the mound to talk to Marshall Hunt. As Coach Bomberry makes his way out as well. Calm Marshall down a little bit.
Blake Uyama steps in 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop, the second baseman, Chaldone, his first time through, excuse me. Hunt will gladly take another ground ball, hoping his defense can roll a pair for him. And first pitch is in there, called strike 1. One pitch is fouled off the bat of Uyama, and he's in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes.
Hunt comes set here.
0-2 pitch is dirty, blocked by Patton, pop throw to third, and McCoy drops down the tag, and dead to rights is Grijalva. Connor Donahue with his foot on first base, and frustrated as the third base coach, Doug Jumale, because the lead runner Grijalva went. Donahue's got to follow suit and get into scoring position. Great job by Patton to block the ball, and then even better job to get in his glove and pop up and snap that throw down to McCoy at first base. Well, the 1-2 pitch misses just outside, so count even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good rip by Uyama as that ball is fouled straight back into the plexiglass.
Great job by Chase Patton there, Steve, keeping that ball in front of him as he was able to pick it up just below him near his feet and throw out Grijalva at third base. Great tag applied by Noah McCoy, making Marshall Hunt's job a little bit easier here. Now with 2 outs and 2 strikes.
Changeup blown outside, and the count full. And with 2 outs, Donahue will get a head start at first base. Again, frustration by the Beavers as Donahue did not advance on Grijalva's attempt. And so instead of having a runner in scoring position, he's at first base, but he will get a head start here with the full count, 2 outs. And nearly getting hit by the ball is Donahue as that ball is lined into right field off the bat of Uyama. So not sure that Donahue scores with 2 outs. Off the bat, the Beavers might send him, but again, not advancing on the wild pitch attempt that Grijalva went on and was caught stealing. Donahue just moves up to second base.
Yes, and like you said, Steve, Donahue probably not scoring on that single, even if he did make it to second base on that ball in the dirt.
Yeah, hard hit ball off the bat of Uyama right there to the right fielder McKechnie. Ground ball to McCoy, scoops it up, steps on his pillow for the third out. We're ahead of the bottom of the fourth. The Panthers 3, the Beavers 1. So for the Panthers in the bottom half of the fourth inning, Bello, Patton, and Chaldone. And back out to work for the Beavers, Aiden Taylor. Pitch misses inside, ball 1. Well, pretty good pitch. That missed according to home plate umpire. Off-speed pitch, swung on a miss by Bello. So count 1 ball, 1 strike. Bello popped out to the shortstop, Uyama, his first time through. Uyama not paying a traditional shortstop position, playing over in that 5-6 hole. Majority of the ball game. As that pitch is fouled in the seating here at Union Stadium. And Bello behind 1 ball, 2 strikes.
As we take a look at the score from the other two teams, the Los Rios District, Folsom Lake up against Casunas River 8-5 in the top of the 8th inning.
Fly ball out to right center field, and Cole Hurtarte is there for the putout.
Catcher number 4, Chase Patton.
As the catcher Chase Patton steps up to the plate with 1 out, the bottom of the 4th inning, as he watches that fastball go by for strike 1. Patton fouls that one off over to the first base dugout.
Just whatever, when you pull and you go to the left there. Okay. Then down by the softball clubhouse is fine by the tree down there. Okay. All right.
That 0-2 off-speed pitch in the dirt is count is now 1-2 to Patton.
Patton struck out looking his first time through. Pitch by Taylor is high and outside, ball 2.
A lot of room in the middle of the infield here, Steve, as Uyama is really pinched over in that 5-6 hole.
2-2 pitch is fouled off the bat of Patton as he stays alive. Patton reached base all 4 times. He went to the plate last in yesterday's ball game. 3 walks and a hit by pitch as he battles again, stays alive with another foul ball.
Doing a great job in this AB. Showing many swings in this AB, more than he did take in all 4 in yesterday's game.
Another 2-2 pitch up coming from Aiden Taylor. And another foul ball from Chase Patton. Shaking up on the play was the catcher Vaughn Zabore as the home plate umpire extends a professional courtesy, walks out to Aiden Taylor to hand him the ball, give the catcher some time as the skipper Doug Jumley is out to check on his catcher.
That ball looking like it hit his right shoulder there, Steve. Never feels very good. It's coming off the bat pretty hot of the batter.
We'll be right back after Vaughn Zabore gets checked out by the trainer. Breaking ball inside, swung on a miss by Patton. He's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
And after that long break for Von Zaboria to get checked on by the trainer, Aiden Taylor comes back with one pitch, an off-speed pitch to get Chase Patton. 2 outs.
So 2 away, nobody aboard for Sheldon. On the 5-6 hole, gobbled up by Uyama, and a strong throw over to Mitchell gets him.
Easy play for
So
Uyama, Steve,
6-3
as he
put out.
Shaded over there in that 5-6 hole.
Oh, we're headed to the 5th. Panthers 3, the Beavers 1. Well, top of the 5th inning, Panthers 3, Beavers 1. As the 2-hitter, second baseman Jonah Ira leads things off for the Beavers. Fastball misses up and in, ball 1. Fastball outside corner called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ira. Ira 1 for 2. The 1-1 pitch from Hunt. Breaking ball called strike 2. Another breaking ball, this one just outside. So Ira not offering. Pretty close one to take for the Beavers second baseman. 2-2 pitch. Fouled down the right field line, out of play. Breaking ball called strike 3. So Ira now 1 for 3 in the ball game. As Hunt changed up his delivery, decided to go no big leg kick and drop that breaking ball in on Ira. Another breaking ball. This one swung and missed by Orellana.
As you know well, Steve, hitter is all about timing in that rhythm down at the plate. Anytime that is messed with, it throws them off.
Hitting's all about timing. Pitching's all about disrupting that timing.
Marshall
Fastball.
kicking his leg way up there.
Fastball.
Marichal style.
And that fastball is low and inside, ball 1. And no leg kick by Marshall Hunt that time. And line drive out to the center fielder Kobayashi for the second out of the inning. So 2 away, nobody on for the cleanup hitter, Cole Hurtarte. Two chopper to the shortstop, Diani backhand fires over to Tweet. And the Beavers go quietly in the 5th. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. Panthers still on top, 3-1. Top of the order for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And back out to work, the right-hander Aiden Taylor. Breaking ball swung on a miss by Kobayashi.
Still rolling, Steve. Bottom of the 5th inning, Aiden Taylor.
The 0-1 pitch from Taylor, another breaking ball. That one called strike 2. And Kobayashi in a hole. 0 for 1 this afternoon, did walk and come around to score in the 3rd. Ground ball down the first base line. Foul. The count remains no balls, 2 strikes.
Taylor pitching Kobayashi backwards, Steve, as we saw the 2 off-speed pitches early in the count to get him behind 0-2. He fouls off that fastball there.
And Kobayashi had trouble with the breaking ball in the 1st inning. Line drive gets by the third baseman Orellana. From the outfield grass is Uyama, but an infield single for Kobayashi. So Kobayashi had enough on it to get it by Orellana on the line drive. And moving over to backhand the ball, Uyama, but the speedy Kobayashi down the line with the single.
Shortstop number 1,
And that brings up the shortstop, Joe Daini.
Kobayashi, nice size lead over there at first base. Might be looking to take a base here.
Slide step by Aiden Taylor, and that pitch is fouled away. So Taylor thinking what my colleague Matt Caselli was thinking as he slide steps to get a quick delivery off to his catcher Von Zabore in case Kobayashi was indeed running. Kobayashi was not. Pitch was fouled off. The 0-1 pitch from Taylor. Fastball misses just off the plate outside. Real good pitch by Taylor. Not the pitch Daini was looking for. He takes it, and it benefits him as it's called a ball.
Home plate umpire showing a pretty great consistent zone back there, Steve.
Off-speed pitch waved on a miss. Daini. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fly ball down the right field line. Settling under it is Hurtarte for the first out.
First baseman, number 26, Tanner Tweed.
Tanner Tweed 0 for 1 with a walk here this afternoon against Taylor. Steps in for his 3rd appearance against the right-hander, and the breaking ball is in there, called strike 1.
Tweed looking to do some damage, Steve. Looks like they keep going after him with the soft stuff.
Yeah, Taylor's proven he's not afraid to throw that at any count, any time. Hard line drive, and slipping as he was going to take a step back was Grijalva. I don't know that he gets that ball anyways. As a hard line drive, and being sent around from first is Kobayashi, and on the tag he is out. So 7-6-2 on the putout. Great tag by Von Zabore, and into second base is Tanner Tweed. A nice relay, preventing another run from coming across for the Panthers.
Third baseman, number 2, Noah McCoy.
Yes, and that's the way you want to do it, Steve. Great relay from the outfielder to the shortstop, and a very strong throw from Uyama to Von Zabore at the plate.
And it's a good gamble by the Panthers and third base coach Austin Spanauer as you're up 2 in the bottom of 5th of a 7-inning game. And Uyama was way out there as Grijalva went to the fence. So it was a long throw for Uyama, but he delivered a strike to his catcher, Von Zabore. And McCoy flies out to the left field of Grijalva, and that's the way the half inning comes to the end. We're headed to the 6th, Panthers 3, Beavers 1.
We're at the top of the 6th inning here at Union Stadium. Colton Hammond, the right-hander out of Chico, California, coming in for Marshall Hunt, who is also from Chico, high school teammates. His first baseman, Brooks Mitchell, steps into the box. Takes that ball out to deep right field. McKechnie going back, and he gets turned around as it bounces off the warning track up against the fence. Mitchell in easily to second base for a stand-up double as he does a little dance out there. And up steps the catcher, Von Zabore. Von Zabore lining out to McKechnie in his last AB. There's a second pitch from Hammond to Von Zabore is taken for ball 2. Hammond checks the runner at second. Deals as Von Zabore takes a huge swing at that one. Strike 1. Von Zabore with that great tag at the plate last inning to nail Kobayashi. Prevent the Panthers from getting another run here. As Hammond misses the pitch away, ball 3.
Three-one pitch by Hammond. Fastball misses just off the plate, ball 4. Well, first and second, nobody out for the left fielder, Grijalva.
Grijalva scoring around a bunt.
Well, Beavers thinking move the 2 runners into scoring position as opposed to 1, down by 2 here in the top of the 6th. 6 outs left to play with in this 7-inning affair.
We'll see if he does it again. Most likely he will.
Grijalva now swinging, fouls this one out of play, and he's in a hole. No balls, 2 strikes.
Not quite sure why he turned around to show on that first pitch, Steve, as that fastball was a very hittable pitch.
And he might have been thinking about it. Might have just wanted to see what the Panthers were going to do defensively, especially after the walk to Von Zabore. Breaking ball swung on a miss, and he is down on strikes. A big strikeout by Hammond for the first out of the inning.
And if you're Grijalva, you Can't be too happy with yourself on that one, as he wasn't unable to move the runners up. As Connor Donahue steps to the plate. He walked in his last AB. He fouls that one off the Panthers dugout on the first base side.
Hammond a long look into Patton for the sign. Checks the runner at second. Inside fastball. Swung and a miss by Donahue. So
Patton
Hunt
doing another great job there, Steve, keeping that ball in front, preventing the runner from second base advancing.
I was going to say Hunt had some success with the inside fastball and Donahue tying his hands up. And Hammond takes a page out of that book and does the same, as now he's ahead of the designated hitter. No balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball outside, ball 1.
Yes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Some wild news here, Steve, as free agent Albert Pujols signing with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah, can you fault the guy for wanting another ring?
No, you cannot. But it is
Pitch
quite
is low.
interesting. Pujols is getting up there in age, and you would think he would try to settle for a DH spot, but it's apparent he still wants to play first base, as he does have a couple Gold Gloves.
And
Won't be too far of a move for him.
Dodgers have flexibility. Muncy can go play another position, free up first base. But yeah, not what I'd expected either, Matt. Again, with Pujols looking for an American League team, probably a better fit to DH. But interesting news nonetheless. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Hammond. Soft grounder foul down the third base line. And Donahue stays alive.
An update here, Steve. Folsom Lake still leading Cosumnes River 8-5, bottom of the 9th inning. Cosumnes River trying to make a comeback.
Breaking ball called, strike 3, and Donahue down on strikes for the second out. So leadoff double followed by the walk, and then back-to-back strikeouts by Hammond. And the Beavers down to 4 outs in the ball game for the shortstop Blake Uyama come to the plate.
Shortstop number 5, Blake Uyama.
Hammond doing a great job coming in to shut this thing down, as he's already ahead with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Just misses with that fastball off the outside edge to the left-hander Uyama.
And 1 ball, no strikes to Uyama. 9-hitter for the Beavers. And Hammond falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes. So Colton Hammond and the Panthers want to record that 3rd out right now, facing the 9-hitter. Don't want to roll that lineup over. But if you're the Beavers and Uyama, that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to move the line, extend the inning. Down 2 with 4 outs to play with in this 7-inning game. Line drive flipped out to left field. 1 hopper to Bello. And being held at third base is Mitchell. So sharp liner right to Bello, 1 hopper. And the bases are loaded for the Beavers. And it's the leadoff man, Hayden Erickson.
Great piece of hitting there by Uyama as he takes that outside pitch the other way. Moves the runners up. give the Beavers a chance, put themselves on the board. So we're at the top of the lineup here with center fielder Hayden Erickson. We'll see how Hammond goes after him here, Steve.
First pitch is popped over to the right side of the infield. Calling for it and grabbing it is Tanner Tweet. So Hammond slams the door on that rally for the Beavers. We're headed to the bottom of the sixth. Panthers still lead 3-1. So bottom of the sixth inning, 5, 6, 7, Aspie, McKechnie, and Bello. And off-speed pitch from Aiden Taylor is in the dirt, ball 1.
Aiden Taylor still going strong, Steve, as we mentioned. Last inning he came out, did a pretty good job.
High pop fly to the right side of the infield. Looks like it'll be Jonah Ira. He's coming under it and stays on his feet this time for the out.
Here comes the right fielder, Cade McKechnie.
Oh, one away, nobody aboard for McKechnie.
Yama still pinching in that 5-6 hole, leaving a lot of room in the middle of the infield.
Foul tip. Or foul ball, excuse me, is Lonzabore unable to hang on. So McKechnie in the hole, no balls, 1 strike. Fastball low and outside, ball 1.
McKechnie, native of Christian Brothers High School, just over the overpass here.
2 flyouts for McKechnie, both on the infield. And that fastball's up out of the zone high, ball 2.
Panthers looking to add a few more at the bottom of the 6th inning. Give them some insurance going into the top of the 7th.
Soft pop fly in off the hands, but powered into center field off the bat of McKechnie for a clean single. His first hit of the afternoon.
Left fielder number 10, Nick Yellow.
Either way, Steve, that's a single in the books. Doesn't matter how you get it done.
Well, that might just be the thing that gets McKechnie right going into game 2 here.
Sometimes it's all it takes.
Off-speed pitch called strike 1 to Bello. Pitch hits the outside corner, called strike 2. Wanzabori sets up on the outside corner. Breaking ball in the dirt, blocked nicely by Vanzabore.
Both catchers doing a great job of keeping those balls in the dirt in front, blocking them, keeping in front, preventing those runners from moving up.
Breaking ball misses just outside as Bello holds up. Two-two pitch from Taylor. Foul down the right field line, out of play. Another foul ball, this one straight down. Trickles over to the Panthers dugout. So Bello fights off another pitch from Taylor.
Doing a great job. Trying to find his way on base. Keep this half inning rolling for the Panthers.
Pitch high and outside. The appeal, no. He did not go. So the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
We'll see if McKechnie maybe on the move here. Full count.
Yeah, 3-2, 1 out. So let's see if the Panthers put McKechnie in motion to try to stay out of the double play. Not going, swung on and missed. That brings up the catcher, Chase Patton.
Catcher number 4, Chase Patton.
Fastball misses just off the plate. So 5 strikeouts in the ball game for Aiden Taylor, 2 of which have come against Chase Patton as he bats here for the 3rd time. Hop fly, and that'll carry out a play over the stands here on the first base side of Union Stadium. 1 ball, 1 strike to the catcher.
Patton taking some great swings today, Steve. Trying to get something in play here.
Lays off that breaking ball in the dirt, blocked nicely by Vanzabore.
Cheek count to Patton.
High fly ball over on the right side of the infield. Ira and Mitchell conversion. Now it's Ira taking charge and grabbing it. We are headed to the 7th. Panthers 3, Beavers 1. Oh, top of the 7th inning, Panthers 3 outs away from another victory. And breaking ball is in there, called strike 1.
Colton Hammond back out for the Panthers, looking to close this thing out. Get us rolling right into game 2 of this Saturday doubleheader.
And both games of this doubleheader, 7-inning contest, as was yesterday's opener. One ball, one strike. To Hopper to Diani on the run, throws over to Tweet for the 6-3 putout.
Great job by Joe Diani charging in on that slow roller. Feel it off one hop. Make a nice play on the run to retire Ira.
Third baseman Lincoln Orellana sends the ball out to left center field. Settling under it is Nick Bello for the second out. So, 2 quick outs by Colton Hammond and the Panthers. And the Beavers are down to their final out.
You give good credit to infield coach Lynn Black as he takes a lot of pride in getting his infielders ready and discipline.
Swing and a miss by Hurtarte. Oh, 2 pitches low and outside, ball 1. Pitched outside, ball 2.
Hammond with 2 strikes to Hurtarte, trying to shut this thing down.
Fastball misses just inside. The count runs full to the cleanup batter, Hurtarte.
And no time to waste here. Let's get right after this guy. Full count with 2 outs.
Foul ball, and we'll do it again.
Hurtarte fouls that one off over towards his dugout. Hammond looking to challenge Hurtarte here, as he does with a fastball that just misses off the inside edge.
Hurtarte extends the inning for the Beavers.
First baseman number 11, Brooks Mitchell.
Great AB by Hurtarte to keep the Beavers alive. Top of the 7th, 2 outs.
Fastball's fouled out of play, strike 1.
Brooks Mitchell, the right-handed first baseman out of Folsom, California, Vista del Lago High School.
The 0-1 pitch hits Mitchell, and he heads down to first base. Well, that brings up the catcher, Bonzabore.
Catcher number 25, Paul Bonzabore.
Well, first and second now 2 away for the catcher, Bonzabore, who's 0 for 2 with a walk this afternoon.
See if Hammond can dial it back in here, Steve, against Bonzabore as he fouls that one back over the Panthers dugout on the first base side.
High chopper up the middle, fielded by Chaldon. Quick throw to second base, and scoring on the play is Hurtarte. He scores on the throwing error by Chaldon. Great play by Chaldon to cut it off, but probably just should have put his foot in the ground and ran it back in quickly to check on Hurtarte at third base. But the errant throw allows him to score. Pinch runner for the Beavers at second base, number 13, Josiah Taylor. No. And then put Josiah Taylor in to run at second. The pinch runner at second base is Josiah Taylor. Flipped out to right field, right to Cade McKechnie, and that's the ball game. The final score, the Panthers 3, the Beavers 2. We'll take about a half-hour break, and we'll start a new feed for Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Panthers and the Beavers. Thanks for tuning in.